Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to discuss sledding if you have enough snow to play in. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to show you real quickly how I built this and a couple of things you need to watch for if you're dragging it behind your UTV to make it safe for you and your family to play on. Okay? Let's get on with the video. You can see basically what we've done here is 2x4 construction. One of those IBC totes would work perfect for this. Cut the top off of it and just simply put you some 2x4s in there for framing. And then I actually put 6x6s underneath the bench seats here. That way as they're riding along. Now you can see the fatigue on the sled. We've had this for quite a few years, but it has held up and they've had a lot of fun on this. Inner tubes work well, just whatever you're going to do for your choice, but this is how we did ours. And again, now here in the front, the plastic from us storing it and just sitting on its nose, it's finally curled up enough to where we don't have to worry about that. So again, simply drill some holes through the front here and then put your line on. So that, and then I tied some ropes back across this so the kids could hang on to it. Real simple to do. Again, you're not going to spend more than $10 or $15 here. The rope's probably going to cost you more than it did for the rest of it. So one thing I do want to point out though is once you have the sled back behind your UTV sliding around, you really don't have a lot of control of it because of the rope. And I've had to keep this length out far enough in order to, when the sled slides down the hills on its own, I don't want the rope getting into the back tires. So let me show you what I've done there. Now here, obviously I've just tied a loop in it and drop it right over the ball of the mule here. And I've got about 25 feet of line out behind me. And like I said, the true thing you have to watch for is when this sled is swinging from the inertia going downhill and different things like that, you don't want it being able to wrap up into your tire and go over the tire. It'll snap this rope, or you can even break an axle. So you have to be careful there. And you definitely have to watch, again, keeping plenty of length so whomever's riding on the back of the sled with you doesn't come sliding forward and get into the back of this thing. So you got to be careful there. But like I said, I have left plenty of slack in the rope behind us, and I keep it out at about 30 feet, and that seemed to work real well. So these kids has had a blast on this thing today. You can look and see the yard there. And as the footage that you see, I mean, we have made circle after circle around this yard and just absolutely had a blast. Okay? And also, another thing you can do if you need to, if the nose of your sled's not riding up far enough to actually be able to slide across, you can take a weed burner and heat this plastic up and bend it up a little bit too. And again, you can see how we fasten that here. So no big secret there. And the 2x4 construction inside of that does give this plastic some rigidity in order for, you're putting a lot of strength or tension against this thing as you're running them across through there. So it definitely needs to be pretty heavy duty. And this has worked out really well. I mean, this, again, that thing's probably 10 or 15 years old now. So had a lot of fun with it. Now on the sides here, I did use washers and then metal screws, and then I made sure that nothing was poking out through the back side of this. You don't want children being able to get their fingers down underneath there and get cut on it or anything like that. So, and the washers help hold against that plastic and to the 2x4 and gives it some more strength. And then these running through the top helps hold the sled from spreading out. So yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of kids has had a lot of fun on this thing. Real simple to do, and if you make yourself one, you're going to enjoy it. You just got to be careful. Again, that is real simple to build. Those 2x4s across there does give it enough strength to hold up as you're dragging them across the yard. Inexpensive project that you guys can have just a lot of fun with. And it really doesn't have to be snow on the ground. I mean, the mule's got enough power that you can drag it through the grass if you choose to. So have fun building yourself one. Now, as far as the holes I drilled to hold the rope, I used a 3/4 inch paddle bit. I made the holes plenty big enough to where the rope won't be rubbing against it and cutting itself. And that's another thing, is I did take the angle grinder and chamfer every edge so that there's nothing sharp to where somebody's sliding around and back here can get cut on. And that's another reason I went with rope handles instead of an actual handle over here on the bench seats, is if they do fall out of there, I want them to be able to, you know, not have anything trying to catch on to them. So by not having any kind of a steel handle or something out here on the edges of the bench seats, again, if one of the kids fall out of there, they can fall away clean and not having something grab a hold of them and dragging them along, okay? And then I supported the 2x4s there with 6x6s underneath it to hold it up. Like I said, you're putting these through a lot, and you really don't even think about it, but once gravity takes over, they're moving pretty good. So, and I did cut the back of the Tote out back here. That way any kind of snow or whatever can go ahead and slide out. Again, you're looking at something that's 15 years old now, so the plastic's starting to deform a little bit. As far as back here on the back, I can see it cupping up. But that isn't nothing, that's no big deal. As long as the kids is having fun, and again, we use this once or twice a year, so if you decide to turn that into a project, I guarantee you're going to have a lot of fun making it. It's even more fun dragging it around. Now the rope I'm using to tow with there is just simply a braided ski rope from Walmart that we picked up. And that works real well. And again, the biggest thing you have to worry about on the vehicle itself is once they slide sideways or past you, you don't want it being able to wrap around the tires. Because again, it's either going to cut the rope or get mangled into your brake lines and things there, and then obviously that's going to be a problem. So you don't want to do that. And you can see the runway down through there. It looks like we've been landing airplanes in here. Those kids has had a blast on this thing. And I've had just as much fun towing them around. It's been fun. Great way to spend the day with my grandkids. All right, everybody set?
Uh-huh. Now you're not putting this on us. No.
We're going to take them on a sled ride. Hope you enjoy it.
All right, sit by me.
I'm the driver.
Okay. You wreck us.
You set? That means trouble. I hope you guys have enjoyed the footage. This has been a really fun one to make, and I know it's just been a blast. I have as much fun driving this thing as whomever's riding on the sled trying to, you know, stay on it and ride around. So it really is a lot of fun. It's a great way to spend some family time. And again, you got to be careful. Make sure your rope doesn't get wrapped around the tires or anything like that, or don't pull them so fast that they're sliding up and possibly running into the back of the machine, who's ever riding the sled, and you're going to have a lot of fun. Okay? I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Maybe we'll have some sunshine, or at least warmer weathers. I think the sun's out pretty good. See you on the next one.